right, welcome back to Slip Joint Display. Today we're looking at Great Eastern Cutlery Viper in East Indian Rosewood, knife number 470116. Let's get into the model. So, the knife is a Great Eastern Cutlery Viper from 2016. I picked this up on the secondary market, and this is another one of my prized possessions, one of my prized knives. The knife is Titty-Ute trim, so here is your tube. This is from a time period when the Titty-Ute tubes didn't have such crazy artwork on them. This was kind of standard. 2016 Viper. Yeah, we're getting back there in age. This is a really nice piece, and the 2016 Vipers were done really well. Really good action on them. East Indian Rosewood. You know, for the longest time, I thought this thing was Bacote. I get so mixed up with what I've got. You know, I don't typically keep my knives in their tubes, and yeah, I carry so many of them. That's just not how I keep them. So I lose track of sometimes what the cover materials are. But East Indian Rosewood is an interesting choice. In color, it ranges from golden brown or light brown to like a darkish purple, and comes out of the peninsula in India. It's a hardwood, it's dense, although I wouldn't really say it's heavy, at least not on this. But it's very valuable, highly sought after, used for expensive pool cues and furniture and that kind of thing. As far as it being on a knife goes, what I will say is that it looks good. The grain is okay, could be more detailed, but it holds its color really well. It doesn't seem to darken, so I'll give it that. The Great Eastern Cutlery Viper is a swayback jack. This isn't the first time we've talked about them. The swayback has its history in, I guess, English knives during the 19th century. Most notably, I think what's called a loom knife, although that would sit better being talked about with the 93. The Viper is a full-size Wharncliffe blade on a swayback jack pattern. Can't get much better than that as far as Wharncliffes go. I mean, that is authoritative if anything ever was. The build quality on these is good, although you can catch on the bolsters, and you do have gapping there from the outside. No two ways about it. That being said, I wouldn't trade this knife for anything. I mean, this guy, straight down the middle there. This guy, I mean, I've had this guy for years, and I carry it as much as I do. It's not one that I don't carry. It's not one that I carry all the time. But I have had periods of time where I carried this thing a lot, most of the time. I love this knife. I really do. Like I said, this would never go anywhere. Decent patina on the blade. Not too heavy, though. I think at times it's been heavier and it's been removed. No billboard to be seen. I don't know if there ever was. Bolsters are worn in. I mean, you can see the age on this. You can tell that this guy's got pocket time and age on it. Yeah, they did a good job with these. I mean, still today, the 2014 and 2016 Vipers are more sought after than the later models. There was a lot more collectability, a lot more low-numbered models, you know, as far as the covers are concerned. Let's take a look at this hot dog shield. That's what they call it. Looks really good there. It looks a little spacey over there. So, yeah, I mean, you can make an argument not a perfectly executed knife. Not quite flush. But to me, like I said several times now, I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. I really appreciate the light colored handles. The fact that this wood holds its color. This is hard to beat. And these things are hard to come by. I mean, I don't know. If you could find one of these on the secondary at this point, you'd probably have to go to eBay, and you're probably talking in the range of $400. I like how sterile this knife is. I mean, nothing on the blade. The bolsters are very plain. Even the shield doesn't have much to it. This knife really just relies on the execution of the model, the shape of it, the profile of it. It's a beautiful thing. There's something special about the Vipers. I mean, swayback jacks in general, people really love them, but the Vipers really stand out. You know, it's funny. I've looked up swayback jack a number of times, and Great Eastern Cutlery is never mentioned. You see other companies mentioned, including Spyderco, and Spyderco did the Spyderco swayback. So I mean, okay, fine, but kind of interesting that on an internet search, not going too deep into it, you're going to find Spyderco before you find Great Eastern Cutlery. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and I know Case did, you know, their swayback jacks, and they were there first, but Great Eastern Cutlery, in my opinion, are the ones that made them great. They're the ones that made them special. Really made them stand out, really brought attention to them. And it was YouTubers covering Vipers like Randy Johnson, Apostle P, a few others that really brought attention to the Vipers. Randy Johnson is the one who really sticks out in my mind. I mean, his videos on not only traditionals, but the Viper in particular, were just epic and really made me chase the knives back in the day. Even without perfect execution, these knives are something special. Very pinchable, these Titty-Ute models. The Northfield have a cut swedge, makes them harder to pinch, but if you've got a Viper that's Titty-Ute, you don't have that swedge cut in it, and your ability to pinch it just really increases. I treat them rough. That's how I carry them. That's how I treat them. I don't baby these things, even the older ones. So I do appreciate a good pinchable knife. I wanted to bring it out, and I wanted to show it and have some discussion. I know I've said before that I've got some older Vipers, and I wasn't lying. This is a 2016, and it is an amazing piece. I mean, as far as, I don't consider myself a collector, I consider myself a user, but as far as Vipers go, if you get the chance, this is one to have. It's really something special, and the wood on it really makes it stand out. East Indian Rosewood. Let me know what you think. Get down in the comments. Do you have an older Viper? Are you chasing an older Viper? Is it something you'd be interested in? Do you have new ones? Do you love them? Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys on the next video.